So, you like the Magnus Archives, right? We gotta be
I
sure.
do.
You do? Wow.
Last I checked, I've listened to it 6 times. I'd hope I like it.
Can I screw the avatars?
Um, Depends on which one.
Hell yeah. Whoa, 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 where did this beautiful, totally not homemade tier list come from?
Wow.
Whoa, crazy. I don't even remember how this conversation started, but I was like, okay, I want to do a tier list. I wanted to know, out of all the entities in the Magnus Archives, excluding the extinction, how dangerous would it be to smash an avatar of each of the entities? So I made a tier list, and
Yes.
I made little symbols for each of the entities, and we're going in alphabetical order. I am halfway through season 3, so I don't know everything about every single entity. That's why I have my friend who's an expert.
I listened to every episode 6 times.
Yep.
At least.
You might like this podcast.
Just a bit.
Yeah, just a bit. And none of these opinions are going to be based on specific avatars. I'm not going to rule out, like, mentioning them if we want to, but we're not being like, oh, how much would I want to screw Jane Prentice? The baseline we have is second from the top. We've got same as a human, so this would just be essentially the same as smashing any other person. An entity would only go up to great idea if there's something about the entity and its avatars that we think could make the experience better in a way that, like, an average human being's experience would not be. I don't know how often. So do we want to begin?
Absolutely.
So we have the buried. I think I'm going to start with, how does it compare to a regular human being?
Worse. By far.
I definitely think it's worse. You're not having a good time.
I would argue to put this in never.
Really?
Because of what I know from the later seasons. When you are in the buried, you cannot die. You are below death. Like, literally.
Okay.
So it is actively worse than death. You are constant claustrophobia. And within the buried, you can't also lose your mind because you're away from the spiral.
Oh. I do have a question, though. Is this specifically for the entity? But, like, if you're going at it with an avatar, is the avatar going to directly do things? The avatars could send you there. So, yes, it is. Okay.
Yes.
I guess that makes
I would
sense.
at least put it in actively dangerous.
I think,
otherwise, they would probably just smell like mud, which I think could be unpleasant.
I think that'd be unpleasant. I also, as you explain that to me, I'm struggling to see scenarios where they wouldn't put me with the buried.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's safe to say that just do not go after a buried avatar.
Unless you're a vast avatar, in which case, it basically just cancels out and you're fine and nothing bad will happen.
Is this like Pokemon matchups?
Pretty much.
Oh my goodness. So... Oh no, there's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them.
Boom. The corruption.
Boom.
The stinky worms.
Okay, now, I would argue for actively dangerous and not never. The criteria for never is a fate worse than death, basically. The corruption doesn't really have that motif.
That makes sense. I am just, like, strongly... I think I've already impressed this, but I'm strongly thinking of Squirm, where, like...
Yeah.
It happened. It managed to happen.
Yeah, it's happened before.
Yeah, that worked out. Until it didn't. But, like, the act itself worked out.
Yeah.
I wanna meet someone, though, who thinks it'd be a great idea. There's gotta be someone out there.
I know there are people who ship Jane Prentice and Elias Bouchard.
Really? I have not come across that. Pretty popular?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's like called Bookworm or something like that. I think that's the ship name.
Good. That's good. Okay. Nope.
Nope.
Keep doing that. Boom. I would say
Okay.
personally. Oh, but like, I'm trying to remember who avatars is. Have we met any avatars of the dark yet that I would remember?
Maxwell Rayner.
I remember nothing about Maxwell Rayner.
He's a cult leader.
Oh wait,
So-
no, I have met Maxwell Rayner, and I do remember things
Yeah.
about him. Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, one of the 3 full dark avatars that we see throughout the show is a child, so we're going to remove him from the equation
Yeah.
for obvious reasons. But generally, I would probably call this same as a human.
Really?
Because a lot of the more explicit powers that the dark has is basically the same as if you had sex while blind.
Oh. These look like episode, like, title cards, now that I look at them.
Adventure Time title cards.
Yeah. Today, Finn and Jake versus the corruption.
Yeah, if we get any comments about Adventure Time, just know neither of us have watched it.
Stop! I keep doing this! How? How does that happen? So many times.
How does it happen? It's every time so far.
No!
Twice now. Twice. Right, yeah. Awesome.
I am biased, but
Yes.
also, this would not be good.
This would be actively dangerous,
That's what I was thinking.
at least. It's not a fate worse than death. It would just be a very painful, bad death.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what episode it was, but no, it was episode 67, Twice as Bright. God, I hate
Which
that I
one's
know
that?
that from memory. I hate
No,
that I know
no.
that from memory.
Have your passions. Which one's that?
That is the
Twice as Bright.
statement about Agnes.
Oh. Oh, so that's the one where she kisses the guy?
And his face blows up, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we know that it's a bad idea. But he did survive.
Yeah. We have seen that touching a Desolation avatar in general is a bad idea.
Mhm.
Both
Cough,
from
cough,
that
John
statement
touching Jude Perry.
and from John touching Jude Perry.
Chat, can we play that clip? We will not.
Chat, can we play that clip?
Chat, can we? Ah! That's my impression. Ah!
I think the worst case scenario would be, dying. I think they might let you live just to make you suffer now.
Fair enough.
Or to suffer more. But I don't think it's as bad as trapped forever. Because you will
Yeah.
eventually die. You've
Ready?
still got this.
Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
I got this.
Yeah.
Boom! First try, baby.
Awesome.
The end. Who are some avatars of the end that I would know so far?
You don't really know any. They're not as big on the avatars.
Fair
there
enough.
was the
No, that makes sense.
there was one who was the cadaver that Georgie saw. She would have technically been an avatar of the end.
You know what? I'm not freaking that.
Yeah. Best case scenario, you die. If you don't die, there's a whole statement on what happens when that happens.
And I haven't gotten to it.
No, it's the cheating death. It's early
cheating
season 1.
death!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that does kind of suck, doesn't it?
I'd put it
yeah.
in never, because best case scenario, you die.
My summer plans are ruined. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom! Look at him.
I would personally put this. Okay. Okay, sure. Yeah. I would
Sorry.
put this in unpleasant.
That's what I
or
was
above.
thinking.
They're just gonna look at you the whole time. They might record it. You might wake up tomorrow and your boss has seen your sex tape, and that's just not a
That's
fun
what
position
I was
to be in.
thinking. But granted, someone could just do that anyways.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
I think
And some horrible people would absolutely do that.
yes.
So I would say same
know-
as a really bad human.
Yeah, same as a bad human. It absolutely could be worse. I would probably call it same as human. I think that's going to be the
Okay.
final thing, because there's nothing here that's like...
I think-
it's nothing that a bad person couldn't do.
Yeah, I think
Unless...
it would
Yeah.
have to be, to get to the same height as an eye avatar, it would have to be like a really, really bad person. but
Yeah.
I think that that's still within the realm of like, okay, that doesn't quite fit other things.
And then if they take a statement from you while they're at it, then you'll
You
dream
know
about
what?
them for the rest of your life.
Oh no.
Right, you haven't gotten to that bit yet.
Wait, what
Forgot
do you
about that.
mean? Wait, hey, what?
Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh yeah. Interesting thing about the flesh. So now I remember how this whole idea started, because I saw fan art of Jared Hopworth, and like a design for him, that I thought was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent it to you, and I was like,
Yes.
Smash. And you went, how would you do that? And I started to wonder if it would be a bad idea. And now that we're doing this, I personally feel comfortable saying, very bad idea.
Flesh avatars in general.
My flesh is right there!
Your flesh is right there, but might have multiple bits.
Huh?
Extra bits.
Ooh, actually no, now that you think, ooh. You're the one who said none of them would be a great idea. I see your point. I would feel particularly vulnerable. I do see your point, though.
Yes.
It's either great idea or, like, unpleasant, actively dangerous.
The standard for great idea is there something that you could do here that you could not get out of a regular,
That's
like,
true.
human relation?
God, who made these rules?
You did.
Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh.
I will say, looking at most of these now, like these drawings, I wasn't feeling too great about them at first. The hunt, I still don't feel great about.
Fair.
The eyes are very off-center. What even is that? Look at that dog. Look at it.
It's fine. It's great.
It's fine.
Okay. So
I don't know much about the hunt now that I think about it.
The hunt protagonists that we follow in the podcast are either a homeless man or cops. I would rather with the homeless man.
I imagine.
Who goes around America hunting monsters rather than the cops.
Fair enough, but again, we're not talking about the avatars themselves.
Yes. But outside of them, the hunt avatars are the only ones who can generally kill avatars of other powers.
Mm-hmm.
They generally become pretty resistant once they become full avatars, and then avatars of the hunt can still take them down. I would probably argue actively dangerous.
Yeah?
They would just kill you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, sure, some people are probably down for that conceptually, but, like, when you're actually doing it, they will just actually kill you.
I love the kind of woman who would just actually kill me. Do you know why they call it the Desolation?
They call it the Desolation because when you do it,
yeah?
You're late, son, because you're late to your meeting. Because you were burning down buildings.
Arson lost me my job. Story
because
time.
I was late. Because I was late.
Because I was late. The arson was just like a bonus. They actually didn't quite mind.
I would put the lonely in never. Ignoring the obvious bit of like, oh, they lack intimacy abilities. Not just
like that's
that,
normal human being stuff.
That could just be like a really depressed human. It falls into the same thing of The Buried, where it is also a location.
Oh no.
That you can be sent to, and then you're just alone forever. And it's like, man, I don't want that.
Oh. We're back.
You did it again. Mm-hmm.
Hot take. I think I'm gonna be completely fine sleeping with an avatar of the slaughter.
There's not a lot that we hear about avatars of the slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
But I would put this in actively dangerous. You can do it. Worst case scenario, you're killed.
I think if I could go back, I'd argue a little harder for putting the eye in unpleasant. But then again, I think, like, even the worst that the eye could get to, I'm not sure.
I think we could probably move eye to unpleasant, because even though while it's something that a person could hypothetically do,
yeah,
it's going to be actively worse with an eye avatar.
Yeah. What do we have next? I've got this. I can remember things.
Spiral.
Shut up. If I sound congested, it's because I'm awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is it even sex?
Doesn't matter.
True. If we're counting normal human being activities, then probably, like, but are you going through doors while you're going at it?
I would put this in the same one as, like, the fatigue episode, or, like, you're actively doing it in the hallways where you doubt every bit of reality.
Yeah. Human ideas of what you're doing, unpleasant or actively dangerous, in my opinion. But if we expand our definition, buddy boy, that's going to great idea. I think we're imagining all of this happening to a regular human being. 90% of regular human beings aren't looking at this as it just, like, happens probably unknowingly and being like, wow, you know what? I could roll with this one. Did I get it right? Bada bing, bada boom. Never. I am not doing it with the stranger. Best
case scenario, you die. Worst case scenario, you get your skin ripped off and you become a wax mannequin.
Okay. Look at Never. Look at how they're progressively getting smaller.
Yeah.
I am getting distance from these things.
Or you're getting closer to the buried.
Oh no. Okay. I have an opinion on the vast.
I also
but I'll
have
let
an
you
opinion
speak first.
All I'm gonna say is there's a reason the phrase Mile High Club exists.
Okay. So there's a lot of, like, a sense of disorientation and vertigo, and I think sort of a breathlessness, an overwhelming feeling is a lot of what I get from the vast. Yeah. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah. It's cool as hell.
Yeah. Like, I think that would add to the situation. Could be considered unpleasant, but unlike the spiral, where I think you have to be a very, very, very niche kind of person to find the situation unpleasant, I think that, like, if you did not know that you were going at it with an avatar of the vast, and, like, the stuff happened anyways, are you minding? Well, maybe.
I mean, yeah. Like, if you're not even the sense of just, like, oh, I'm suddenly thrown off a building.
Yeah.
It would be more just like you're feeling a lot of vertigo. You're feeling like
that could be freaking awesome.
You could even do something with, like, the phrase falling in love.
Yeah.
Like, you could do something with that as well.
And I like old men. So, like, say what you want, but bondage isn't actually all that bad.
It's really not.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing is manipulation, which, like, if you're into the, the right things, like...
Yeah, that's not too far off.
I would argue great idea.
I need you, okay, actually, I need you to sell this to me a little more.
Not in the sense that it immediately sounds like, but they have mind control abilities, so...
No, like, it sounds immediately like that.
No, yeah, I understand, but also, like, it works on things that you already want, and being aware of that very suddenly, so it's like, it's not really forcing anything on you. It's just like, hey, I was already kind of liking this person. Now I'm extremely aware of it.
You know what? Yeah, I'm sold. So, do we think we want to run through and just make sure we agree with everything still?
Yes.
So, flesh, great idea.
Yes.
I think because it has the means for a great idea, yeah. So, flesh, vast, web, I think we could still agree on all those.
Yes.
The dark is sitting in a kind of awkward spot, but I don't really know how much we can do with it.
Yeah, I don't think it's really that much different than, like, if you had sex with the lights off or while blind.
Yeah. Unpleasant, the eye, the spiral. It feels really funny to me to have those next to each other and just like, yeah, this is probably like rather annoying.
Yeah.
Like if I just experienced these in any other situation, I think I'd be freaked the hell out. But yeah, I think in when it comes to hey, would you smash an avatar of the spiral? It's like, I mean, sure.
I mean, sure, I guess.
Would you talk to them on a daily basis? No.
No. I'd get gaslit so hard that I don't know which way is up.
Oh, I can help you with that one. Enjoy Sky Blue Bitch.
Of course, of
Yes,
course.
yes, we figured that one out. The corruption worries me if anyone thinks it shouldn't be inactively dangerous.
And if we are able to upload this, and you're one of the people saying, "Well, I'd be fine with the corruption," ask yourself why.
The desolation? Oh, the desolation. I should be more biased towards.
Yeah.
But also, it's more fun to just agree that it'd be horrible.
No, yeah, like it would be bad.
It would be bad. The hunt. Okay, I am thinking again though of the one episode, and I don't remember. I think it is First Hunt. I think that's the name of it. Where the big scary. It's just a werewolf.
It is just a werewolf. Yeah.
I know you said it's a forgettable episode. It's not forgettable to me. That's just a werewolf. That's not bad. But we're not talking about just the werewolf.
Yeah, we're not talking about just the werewolf. There's
we
other
add
factors.
Just the werewolf.
Yeah, just the werewolf goes into.
Good idea. Should we make one higher for just the werewolf?
Yeah, just the werewolf.
Yeah. Okay.
There's gonna be like a cut right here, where it's just like, oh, suddenly the werewolf is there.
The slaughter. You know what? I think the slaughter would be pretty damn fun. No. Then buried, the end, the lonely, the stranger. Yeah, I can all still agree with those. Buried and stranger for sure. The end, I literally couldn't see it going anywhere else, I think.
Yeah, best case scenario, you die.
Yeah. This was awful.
I disagree.